Que bola everybody, Josh here. Welcome back to another video, and today we are here at Epcot. This is such a big day. Today is December 5th, the official launch day of World Celebration and Dreamers Point. So there's a lot to see here today, and we also have the fireworks show tonight. However, I don't think we're going to see that tonight because I'm pretty sure Katrina will be upset if I saw that without her. But after that, we are going to take a stroll over to Magic Kingdom because we haven't seen Hatbox Ghost, because I want to go see it and finally give my opinions on it. I don't want to give my opinions on something if I haven't seen it yet. So we're going to go do that later on. But I'm super excited. There's so much to do today. Let's get into this. We're actually going to start off the day by going to Moana Journey of Water, because I know it's so overdue that I haven't gone. I've been putting it off to the side, so we're going to go do that first, finally. All right, here we go. Let's head on in. The water cycle. Water connects us. All the water in the world constantly circles the planet from the sky to the seas and back again. Brings us life to each of us in turn. The global cycle of water connects us all. This is the only water we will ever have. If we can conserve it wherever we find it, everyone will have the water they need to live. I see the direction they're going here. I really like the music in here, and this is really cool too. I love the smoke effect and the water dancing right there. Oh, I see. There's supposed to be like a harp right here, or like a guitar, a string instrument. You just pluck the water and it makes music. And here we are at the stream section. I see people moving their hands like they're composing, moving the water. That's pretty cool. Reminds me of that one thing you can do in the Imagination building. And here's the sign over here if you want to read it. All right, here we go. I've always wanted to be like Katara. Oh, I'm a waterbender, guys. And here's the sign over here if you want to read it. Okay, this next section is called Wetland. Oh, this is nice. So there's actually a wet path where you take the dry path over here. That's actually nice that they did that. And now here we are at Spring if you want to read along. Here's the directions over here. Alright, so I guess you put your hand over here, and I think it goes higher as you raise your hand, which is really freaking cool. Look at that. Like, oh, goes back down. Here we go again. That's so cool. That one's my favorite so far. That was pretty dang cool. And here we are at the next section, Land. This is gonna be crazy. I hope I don't get the camera wet. It says to go up slowly, and it stops. Look at that. I love that so much. Here's the next section, and this is probably the last one, I think. And check out the view over here, guys. Look at Tafiti. That's beautiful. Oh, there's one last one, which is River. Or did we cover that one? I'm not sure. I forgot. Oh, wow. This is insane. That's so cool. I underestimated how long this thing is, but this is the ocean section, what you just saw. Okay, that was really cool. I liked it a lot. The only thing I really have to say about it, and I know a lot of people are probably saying this, but I don't know if it should be here at Epcot. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy it's here. I'm so grateful that Disney brought it, but I don't know if it necessarily belongs in Epcot. This seems more like an Animal Kingdom thing, but I was just so inspired about learning all those things about water and the wording that they use. It was very cool. I also hear that it looks a lot better at night, so definitely have to come back and do that at nighttime. All right, now we're gonna head on in right behind me into World Celebration and check out Dreamers Point. Now, before we head in there, I am going to take some accountability here and say I was dead wrong. You've heard it from me. I don't want to hear anything that I didn't own up to it. They did it. They made another deadline. I was wrong about the Hatbox Ghost too. We'll get into that later, but I'm happy that this is here. However, it's not fully done. Like, you see all these buildings over here. That's going to be for the festivals. I forget the name of the building, but basically they want to launch that. I think it's projected to come out for Festival of the Arts. So we'll see as we get closer to that. But let's head on in and check this out. This feels amazing to be able to walk in here again. No more walking around. Well, Maybe a little bit, because I don't think we could get over. Actually, yes, we can. All right. Wow, I really love the music in here. It sounds so inspirational. Oh, what is this over here? Let's go take a look. Now, I did a little bit of research, not too much, but these rustic trees right here are one of many memoirs, I don't know, or homages, I guess is the right word, to what Epcot used to be when this was open back in the day. And look, there's a Daisy meet and greet over here. I don't know if they're gonna do different characters, but you know, this is a nice lounging area, very cool. There's benches everywhere. This is a very cool walkway over here. It's kind of like a nice centerpiece over here, nice landscape. You can walk around. It feels so inviting here. It feels like a nice campus. Oh look, Pluto's over there. So yeah, looks like there's different characters here. So this is how beautiful this is. Right over there is the walkway or the underpass to get to where Guardians is and Test Track, but also you have Connections Eatery and Creation Shop. And then right across the way, back over there, is getting over to Moana. No more walking around. You can walk straight through. That is a beautiful thing. But let's keep exploring. I believe over here is just more sitting areas, but I believe over here they do have like ports where you could like charge your phone and stuff over here. Let's walk around and see. Oh, Pluto's over there again. So yeah, if you open this up, this is a USB charging port over here. There's several ones in there if you can't see it that well. There's also more right here. You just slide this up and there's more in there. Very dark if you can't see it. I think you can though. More sitting over here. Some high tops. That is very interesting. I don't mind it though, it looks pretty cool. And check out the fixtures. I like them. Now here's another homage right here. This blue and green path actually stand for innovations when that used to be here. I don't necessarily remember if it was north and south or east and west, but essentially one of the colors is the blue, or sorry, the blue is one of those directions and the green is the other building. So that's what it means. Now I believe this area does have a name as well. It has something to do with the Creation Shop. I believe it has like, I think it's called like Creations Park or something like that. I'm not really too sure, but I know that it is dedicated to the store. And just like the store, the eatery also has a dedicated section. You can tell with all the tables and such over here, which I like this area a lot better than the store one. Like, this is pretty inviting to sit here and have like a lunch. Not bad. And taking this pathway up, here we are at Dreamer's Point. Wow, this is so cool to see. Zoom me out a little bit. I like it. We'll have to get a closer look at a later date. Obviously, there's a very long line right now because everybody's trying to come up here and take a picture of Walt. But I see some small details, like there's a quote over here and a quote on the other side. Some landscaping. Let me zoom out a little bit again. Some beautiful trees. And I believe the floor has those circles on the ground for a specific reason. I believe it's something for Spaceship Earth, but I'm not too sure. Now this is supposed to be a bench over here, apparently. They called it a bench. But then also they have like a special drainage system here, but I believe those little dots on the ground are lights. I'll be honest with y'all though, I would not sit there. It doesn't even look comfortable. I know they're calling it a bench or whatever, but don't do it. It just doesn't look comfy to me. Now we're gonna keep walking down this way towards World Showcase Lagoon and see what's going on over here. Here's a better view of that structure. But they're working in there. I see a worker right there. And at this point, you are entering World Showcase over here. So yeah, that's it. Ooh, this is cool. Wow. I actually love this a lot. Like the Spaceship Earth circle right here, very cool. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't this entire area where the big fountain used to be? I think this was all the fountain right here. You can kind of see like the outline of the circle. I could be wrong, I'm not sure, but I believe that's what was over here. So this is everything with World Celebration and Dreamer's Point. I mean, it's pretty dang cool. Can't really complain about it. It's weird though. It feels smaller than what was here before. I don't know. Maybe it's because of all the landscape everywhere. I just remember it being more wide open. Not that it's a bad thing. It was just, you know, something weird. But again, it's been a long time. You know, I don't remember the last time this area was open, but it does feel tighter. It was probably because of all this amazing landscape right here and those rustic trees over there and that charging area for like your cameras and such, or your phones, not your cameras. Well, I guess you could charge your cameras there too. But I gotta say, the best way, in my opinion, to come over here to see all this, I would come from World Showcase and then walk back this way, because it's just more breathtaking when you're walking to Spaceship Earth and you got Dreamer's Point right in front of you. This is the view that I would want to walk up to my first time coming up here. Speaking back to this campus where you go to Creation Shop right here, I love this part of it. This is very beautiful. You got benches over here and this nice walkway, the beautiful trees, and this just looks so cool walking over here. So I actually love this part of it a lot compared to that sitting area over there, which is still beautiful, but I like this way better. Just feels more my vibe. I'm not sure if these ears are brand new, if they just came out, but they are very cool. They are $50 though. Oh, I do like that Citizen watch right there. And I like this Tiki Bird one over here. Sorry about the glare. Hold on, let's get a better look. There we go. That's probably the best look given it's in the glass case. I actually did get a new Disney Citizens watch that is supposed to be delivered today. So I'm hoping it's going to be there when I get home, and I'll show you guys. And of course, it is a big thank you to my parents. They are giving it to me for Christmas. So love them so much, and thank you. Big shout out to them. Oh, the Jameters are out. Honestly, me sitting here and taking this in, it had me thinking the best time to really enjoy this is going to be on a normal park day when, you know, the debut's done with, the hype is gone, and it's just a normal park day and you come here to sit down. I can imagine coming here in the evening hours and just sitting here and people watching. Now apparently at nighttime it's supposed to be a totally different experience with like different lighting effects and stuff like that. I don't know if they're gonna have lighting effects that go with the new nighttime show, but it's supposed to be something really cool. Unfortunately, we won't be able to see that today because we are going to Magic Kingdom to go check out Hatbox Ghost. And I don't want to do it without Katrina either. I don't think it would be right. I just finished taking some photos with my Leica Q off camera. So make sure you stay tuned until the end of the video so you can see those on the end credits. But I gotta say, the potential to get some amazing shots here is like limitless. It's probably gonna be a lot more beautiful when there's less people here. Obviously there is a lot of people here, as there should be, you know, with this just coming out today. But we're definitely gonna come here on different days, on like probably emptier days, and get some really cool photos here, especially of Dreamer's Point right over there. So stay tuned for that stuff. But it's a beautiful day. I'm happy that so many people are here and they get to experience this with me, and I hope you guys are enjoying the experience at home too, watching this video. I'm telling you, every time I sit down, I'm seeing more and more details. Like for example, these white lines on the floor right here, I'm pretty sure those light up at night. It looks like they do, because it looks like that kind of material where it should be able to illuminate light. And you can tell these structures are gonna light up too. Like, you can easily tell. Now, I don't know if it's gonna be like just ambient lighting, or maybe it's gonna be like crazy lighting for the new fireworks show. I really don't know. But apparently, it is supposed to be really cool with whatever they are planning. Alrighty, I'm gonna have to stop, have some food. So we're actually gonna go to Connections Eatery, and I'm gonna have a nice salad. And here's our salad. We're not gonna eat too much of the breaded chicken there. But this is called the General Tso chicken salad. I hope I'm saying that right. But it has petite kale blend, romaine, broccoli, slaw, red bell pepper. I didn't get it with the oranges, but it does come with mandarin oranges. Edamame, crispy wontons, warm fried chicken, and General Tso's dressing. That was a very good lunch. The salad was nice and fresh. The chicken was nice and crispy. I didn't eat too much of it though, because if y'all didn't know, I'm gonna show you guys something real quick here. We all see that on my arm right there? So I am actually a diabetic, and it is so hard to stay away from bread. I used to get pizza here all the time, but I love the sensor, which honestly, I recommend if you're a diabetic and you're not on it, I would get it, because it is gonna change your life. It is significantly different from having to prick your finger every day. You literally just tap your phone against the sensor and you find out what your glucose is in that moment. If you're a diabetic and you're not on these things, buy them. I mean, they're like $75 for a month supply. The sensor itself lasts 2 weeks, and it honestly saved my life. I'm not sponsored or anything. I'm literally just giving you life advice here if you're not on it, because it really saved my life. And insurance is probably not gonna cover it. It didn't cover it for me, but I don't care. This is my life, and I'll pay whatever I have to pay so I can live a long life. So I recommend those things. But yeah, the salad was amazing. With that being said, I'm testing waters here to see how much carbs I can have before my sugar gets too high, because it's very hard to just cut this stuff off completely. So I feel like the best way to get the craving out is just to have a little bit of it. So, you know, try to test the waters. The chicken was very good. The salad was nice and fresh. It was an amazing lunch, and it filled me up. Okay, our boarding group got called for Guardians of the Galaxy. Let's get in line. This never gets old. It's amazing, the projection in this room. Look how beautiful that looks.
Greetings, Terrans. I am Nova Prime Irani Real, commander of the Nova Corps. We are all galactic neighbors in a vast universe which we and countless others share. For you to travel to Xandar would take 2.5 million years, assuming you had a ship that could fly at the speed of light. So we decided to come to you, variant technology that creates jump points, artificial tunnels that act as shortcuts, linking distant points in space. It is our desire to share this wondrous technology with your people so that together we might explore new worlds and create a brighter tomorrow.
Nova Prime? They're ready.
Excellent.
I was gonna say, I'm not trying to.
What you see before you is the cosmic generator. And in just a few moments, we'll be activating it so you can experience for yourselves what's happening.
I'm not sure. Our power's out. And the cosmic generator is gone.
Cheerio, Monarch. Go to Code Red. Prepare the fleet. And call the Guardians. Now!
Hey, what's up, Nova Corps? Our cosmic generator has been stolen. What?
How?
When we think that thing's gotta be worth a fortune.
I am Groot.
Good question.
Yeah, who do you think took it?
Perhaps that really big man outside your ship.
Oh, that is a big man.
Okay, they're headed for the jump point. This plane is never gonna work.
Rocket!
Well,
Okay, I'm locked onto your vehicle.
We'll be right behind you.
nothing to worry about.
Unless we cannot stop this unusually large man, then you're likely doomed.
Good luck. You're gonna need it.
Whenever I get Everybody Wants to Rule the World, it is a good dig. That is my favorite song to get on the ride. I was close to getting tears. So memorable. Best song. I'm kind of happy that they don't have the Christmas overlay this year. Just keep the songs. Here we are at Dreamer's Point. That area is still pretty full, but it did die down quite a bit over here as the day goes on. So I got around 30 minutes before I could go ahead and park hop over to Magic Kingdom. And I'm noticing that there's different influencers around here. I just saw a couple of them. I'm very curious to see what they think. All right, so I'm sitting back at the front and just wanted to reflect on everything, you know, decompress and think about it, right? I think, like I said, I am not discrediting the amount of work that Disney put into this. They did a great job. My only thing is, I don't necessarily know if it screams Epcot to me. Like, I just realized I was wrong. That area where I thought where the fountain was before, it was actually where that big planter is, right in front of Dreamer's Point. And I wish they kept the fountain there. Maybe not necessarily the same one, but like, you see what I mean? They should have something like that, right? Over there. And, you know, that's all subjective, you know, we all are gonna have our opinions. But again, I find it very important to say that I love the work that they did. It just doesn't scream Epcot that much to me. I think keeping the fountain or some sort of like fountain would have maybe been nice, because it seems what they were going for was a modern take on old Epcot, the classic Epcot. And, you know, I'm just getting college campus vibes from there. Like, I feel like I'm in Apple Park or something like that. But it's still nice, don't get me wrong. I love the extra seating where you can charge your phones. Like, that's all amazing. It's just, I think the centerpiece of that planter there is what kind of like throws me off a little bit. Like, I'm thinking maybe Disney went a little too hard on the landscaping, because I remember just being so much more wide open, and it feels a little bit like a maze. Not really though, it really doesn't feel too much like a maze, but I don't know. It's just not what I'm used to growing up with, and I think that's where the problem starts, right? I feel like the newer generation of people are gonna love this thing, but you know, us older generation, it's like, it's different. Still beautiful for what it is, just different from what we've grown up to love. But don't get me wrong, I still do love it. It's just takes some adjusting. Now, the other main thing I want to talk about is you did have characters roaming around in that area, like Pluto was roaming around, and I'm curious if that's going to become a normal thing. If it is a normal thing, that's going to be awesome. But if they're just doing it now because of the hype, I might get upset about that later on, because why move backwards, you know? So I hope they continue that for sure. But yeah, I'm curious what y'all think. You can leave in the comments. Let me know what you guys thought from the video, or if you've come out on your own and you've seen it. Maybe you love it. I mean, I think it's beautiful. Like I said, I can't stress that enough. It's just, you know, it just needs more touch-ups of like reminding us where we are in Epcot, and I'm not really getting that too much. Maybe that new building or convention center, I forget what the name of it, Unicorn Hall or something of the sort, but maybe when that opens up, we'll get more of that feeling. But right now, I mean, it just feels a little bit like a college campus in a weird way. You know, to gather my last thought, and again, I'm just gathering so much as I'm here talking to you guys about it, but I feel like the final deciding factor, aside from that building opening up, is gonna be that nighttime show. Honestly, I never had a problem with Harmonious to begin with. I didn't like the barges and stuff in the lagoon just sitting there. It would have been nicer if it was removable every night. But I think that's what's gonna be the save all about all of this, because there's a lot of things there, like fixtures and stuff like that. I can tell there's gonna be a lot of lighting effects come that nighttime show, and I think that's gonna play a big role in the entire area and how it reminds us of Epcot. Because in the daytime, I'm just not seeing it. And I think it's that planter in the middle. I really do. I think that's what's really bothering me is that planter that's there. It would be a lot better with a fountain, in my opinion. Or even the same fountain for that matter. I don't think they had to remove it. So really, what's gonna make it for me if I actually love this thing is we gotta see this nighttime show, right? Unfortunately, it won't be tonight because I'm not gonna see it without Katrina. So we're gonna go back, and I think one time we're gonna have to see it at the lagoon, obviously, but the other time we're gonna have to see it in that area and see what it produces, because I gotta tell you, there's a lot of different light fixtures and light effects. You can literally see it, and apparently that's a big highlight about the whole thing. So we'll have to go back and really see that before I give my final opinion. But as of right now, I like it. Do I love it? But I appreciate the effort they put into it, and that's what I'm grateful about. I'm grateful that they did something, you know, and we got it out in time, which again, I was wrong about. And just to touch on that real quick, I never did not believe that Disney couldn't meet these deadlines. You know, with this and Hatbox Ghost, it's just given the recent history where they push things back. I have paranoia. Like, you know, when you go on an airplane, take off, and you know, you have that little voice in your head that might be like, oh my God, what if something happens? It's like that kind of paranoia. But I never did not have belief that they can do it. And I'm just so proud of them, you know, happy for you, Disney. And again, I think y'all did a great job. It's just, if I change anything, probably put the fountain back. And you know, I'm talking to Liz about this on text messages about my thoughts. And she brings up a great point. And I'm gonna repeat what she said. She believes Epcot is going through an identity crisis, and honestly, I'm feeling that too, because like, for example, Journey of Water, it's beautiful for what it is. I don't think it necessarily belongs in Epcot though. Like, I feel like that's more of a conservation thing, you know? Like, we're talking about how water is unique to our planet and how we love it and need it so much and how we have to take care of it. Why are we having that at Epcot is my thing. Yeah, I kind of agree with Liz. I think they're going through an identity crisis a little bit. Alrighty, let's head over to Magic Kingdom because I am super excited to see the Hatbox Ghost. Oh yeah, look at that crowd for the Christmas party tonight. I love coming to Magic Kingdom on Christmas party nights, as a local at least, because the majority of the park's population is actually right here waiting to go in. So I don't expect a lot of long wait times in Magic Kingdom right now. So I will tell you guys, I did stay at Epcot an hour after I went off camera. And it started to feel even more like a college campus because I just saw different guests like out sitting on the benches and tables and using their laptop at a theme park. I don't know. That's all I gotta say on that. Wow, look at everybody trying to leave right now. It is still 3 hours until closing, so this is very interesting to see. Man, this is crazy. I mean, 2 hours, well, 2.5 hours roughly. All right, before we head over to do Haunted Mansion, we're actually gonna head to the Jingle Cruise first because I do have a buddy who's a skipper on the Jingle Cruise. I'm hoping he's here today. We're gonna see and find out, but he might look familiar to some of y'all. But till then, let's see if he's here. Unfortunately, guys, he is not here today, but that's okay. Let's head over to Haunted Mansion and do what we came here to do. Katrina and I actually did get the shower mat. I do recommend it, 10 out of 10. Good quality. Oh, there's a doormat.
Cadaverous pallor betrays an aura of foreboding, almost as though you sense a disquieting metamorphosis. Is this haunted room actually stretching? Or is it your imagination?
Give us a hint by ringing a bell. Serpents and spiders, hail of a rat, call in the spirits, wherever they're at.
All right, so let's talk about him, right? He's here, yay. Honestly, he looked amazing. I got worried at first because when I watched the videos of people leaking it online, he looked kind of pale, but when I saw him in person, no. He actually looks great. Honestly, cameras don't do it justice. He looks awesome, and I'm happy that he's here. I'm actually gonna go back in line after I'm done talking to you guys because I want to go back and get some photos with my Leica Q. Definitely got to get photos of him. But anyways, I'm gonna say something a little controversial, I think, because I know a lot of people won't agree with this, but if we're speaking outside of the lore, I actually like him in the Endless Hallway. I think it looks really cool. Some people don't like it, especially with the Haunted Mansion wallpaper in the background. I don't have an issue with it at all. I actually like where he stands, and it gives me vibes of the new movie that they came out with. Now, I know some people don't like the movie. I personally like it. I didn't think it was a bad movie. So, I don't know. Gave me vibes of the movie, and I liked it. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. But if you are into the lore, I understand where you're coming from too. But yeah, in conclusion, he looks great, and I love where he is. I don't really have a problem with it. I'm just happy he's here, to be honest with you. The whole lore of it is after you see Madame Leota, all the spirits start to materialize. So he's materializing a little earlier. With that being said, he's also not one of the 999 happy haunts. He's actually a upset haunt or angry haunt, unhappy haunt, I guess is the way to say it. So I wonder, does he not follow that lore because he's not a happy haunt? I don't know. I really don't know how to justify it. But hey, good job, Disney. Made that deadline. You know, I didn't really explain this. I only explained it if you watched my reel. But in case you didn't, we came here on the 28th, last vlog. And I honestly went with the expectation of, all right, let's just get in line and maybe it's a shock drop. And unfortunately, they didn't materialize him that day, but he came out 2 days later on the 30th, the last day of November. So they made the deadline, and I'm happy to see that. Like I said, man, Disney's not in the best state right now, but I still feel the magic every time coming here still, even though things could be better. But that's how I personally feel. And this is gonna be my dinner today. We're not gonna eat too much of the bread, maybe like 2 bites of it, but it is a chili dog with chipotle barbecue sauce, coleslaw, and shredded pork. We're not gonna eat the French fries. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to waste those. Maybe I'll have like 2, but I got a Coke Zero and a water. I'm actually being a little extra, and I put some ketchup, mustard, and a little relish on there. Let's see how it tastes. I know my dad watches my videos a lot, and one of the things he looks at is the things that I'm eating, because I am a diabetic. Well, here you go, Papa. I only took 2 bites of the bread. It was a foot-long hot dog, so the bread ended like right here. I didn't even eat, not even a third of it, so there you go. And I didn't even touch the French fries. Well, I have one. Not bad. So that's not even like 2 minutes after eating. I have a sugar of 125 milligrams. That's actually really good. Someone who's a diabetic, if they eat too much bread and stuff like that, it will go from like 180 milligrams to even higher than that. Usually when I cheat, I'll be in the mid 250s. So that's why I gotta be very careful about the things I eat. And that's where this thing saves my life. It literally makes my life so easy, and it holds me accountable. That's the huge thing. These are all my readings throughout the day today. You can see around 9 o'clock or 9:30, I was almost at that almost right on that 180 mark. But it's interesting because earlier than that, at 4:50 a.m., I was at 132. So I don't know why I got that high, especially when I didn't eat anything at all. And just for more readings, this is what it was yesterday right here. Typically after eating, you'll get to like that 150 to 160 range. Sometimes even the 140s like what you see there. But you see how much it goes down towards the late evening too. I'm sorry, man, this thing is so powerful. Now, it usually takes around 2 hours for the food to digest and how it affects your sugar and all that stuff. So we'll see in 2 hours what it is. And, you know, I tested the waters by having a tad bit of bread, and let's see what reading I got. Going back to the chicken tenders earlier today, I shouldn't have ate as much as I did. I did have 2 of them, so I have to just, you know, control myself and just bring it down to 1 chicken tender the next time I have that. Or ask for grilled chicken, which I don't think they were able to accommodate that, which is strange. Usually Disney's very good with accommodating things. But, you know, I'm not really mad at myself because at the end of the day, that's how you learn. And, you know, that's the beauty of the thing on my arm is it's going to hold me accountable. I'm going to be like, okay, I'm definitely not having that again. But, you know, it's a learning game. With that being said, though, 1 meal versus what I've been doing the entire week makes up for it. I mean, my graph shows that I'm still 94% of the time in range. So that's very good when I go back to do my A1C. It'll be a way lower number. I mean, I just did it recently. It was at 8.0. Before I was on medicine, I was at 8.9. So I was able to bring it down to an 8.0 and it wasn't even a month. I hope you guys are finding this health stuff kind of entertaining, but very informative too, especially if you're someone that is struggling with diabetes. For the longest time, for the past 2 years, I would deny that I even had it, and I would still eat whatever I want, and I was literally damaging my body by doing that. So I'm happy that I have this mindset now. It takes a lot. It's not easy. But having tools like that sensor on my arm makes it very easy, especially when you don't have to prick your finger every time, because man, that blows. If you see where that spiked up when I had that chicken tender, look how much it went down after that. And you can see there, it spiked around, let's see here, 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, which is pretty accurate. It's about 2 hours after I ate. And look how much it came down from then after I just ate. So I'm not saying that I'm gonna go out and just eat whatever I want, because it shows that my body is still capable to produce insulin. But it is good to know that it still works. The whole goal is to not abuse it. You can see I'm in target for 94% of the time. My last reading was 125 milligrams. And my average is 149, which is an A1C of, I think, 7 point something. And we are back in the car. It took a bit trying to get back into the car because, man, a lot of people were leaving. Honestly, I left at the last minute because I went back and I wrote Haunted Mansion again, because I want to get some good photos with my Leica Q of Hatbox Ghost. So I did that off camera. It's very hard to do that when I'm trying to record for you guys and having to take the photo at the same time. Let's take a look here real quick. We're going to scan my little sensor here. And just taking a minute. 153 after eating. So not bad at all. I mean, I ate 2 bites of the bread. I think that's enough. I think it pushes it if I eat too much bread, because obviously we learned that from the chicken tenders. So I believe you can still have like your carbs, but you just have to be careful. I think it just depends on how your body takes it. Fortunately, I am young. I'm only 28 years old, so my body's still kicking, thank God. Anyways, guys, make sure you guys check out the Instagram right here. I did take loads of photos today. Make sure you stay tuned until the end of the video so you can check out all those photos in the end credits. I'm actually happy with a lot of the results, at least from what I saw on the camera. Obviously, you'll see what's there after I do have it posted. But yeah, check out the Instagram. Really appreciate you guys so much. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you did like today's video. And also don't forget to leave a like, because it will leave a smile on my face. Alright guys, as always, love you guys so much. See ya.